Getting a chest tattoo is arguably one of the most popular things that you could get when it comes to getting tattoos. And it's for a good reason, because, well, they are just simply sick when they are done right. But if they are done wrong, well, you can end up with something like this.
Holy look at all this damage!
Who would want that smack dab right on your chest? I know I wouldn't, and I'm sure you wouldn't either. Now, there are some key things that you need to consider when building out a chest tattoo design that I really don't hear anybody talking about. But today, we're going to be talking about those things. We're going to be laying it all out. And the first tip I want to start off with, and realistically the first step that you should be taking, is for you to know exactly what type of chest tattoo you want to get. And the reason why I'm putting this at number one is because there's actually quite a few ways that you could go about getting a tattoo on your chest. Do you want a full chest piece? Do you want something on either sides of the pec? Maybe you want something a little bit smaller on the chest area. There's a lot to choose from. If you're someone that wants to get a chest tattoo, which I'm sure you are from clicking on this video, you really want to think about which one is best for you. This is all super important to think about before doing anything, really. And the reason being is, with tattoos being so permanent, you need to know what type of chest tattoo is right for you, because again, it's right on your chest. This is like the focal point of your body. So think about what type of chest tattoo you want to go for. If you want to go smaller, bigger, full chest, whatever. Because doing this will prevent you from, going through the whole tattoo regret saga and give you a better understanding of what you should be looking for when it comes to going and getting that chest piece. Tip number 2 is to stay consistent somewhat throughout the whole chest piece. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, this means you want to stay 100% consistent throughout the whole theme of the chest piece. Let's say, for example, you wanted to go and get a full-blown chest piece. You wanted it a color, you wanted a hyper-realism, and you're pretty much all the way through. You're on your last session, and then next thing you know, you swap out and you want to go for like some black and gray or whatever. It wouldn't really look right. It wouldn't flow nicely, and it wouldn't make a good piece. I look at a lot of tattoos throughout the day, and it drives me up a wall whenever I see a chest piece that has a bunch of different designs and themes and colors and all these different things crammed into that one area. It just looks terrible. Now, I will say that if you wanted to go for like 2 different types of themes, the only way that I could really see it working is if you were to go about like how I did with my own chest piece that I have right here. On my arms, I have 2 full sleeves. I have 1 full color sleeve and 1 black and gray sleeve. Each one of those sleeves, both the color and the black and gray, flow into my chest piece, with each different style of the chest piece flowing into each other without making it look cluttered and realistically a distraction. It actually works together. Now, it wasn't easy, but it can be done. Get creative. Get inspired by other people's chest pieces online on Instagram and Google. And above all else, go to a qualified professional tattoo artist and make sure you get their creative input, because after all, they know best. Seriously, consistency is key in all tattoos, but when it comes to chest pieces, make sure they're consistent. So tip number 3, the chest, it's a huge area. There is a lot of skin real estate there. So when coming up with a design for a chest tattoo, just know that less is more. Once you come up with what type of chest piece you want and the theme of how you want your chest piece to look, at that point we tend to run wild. We want to like start looking at designs and incorporating all these types of things in there, but realistically, that's a recipe for disaster. You have all your reference photos and all the things you want incorporated in the chest piece. You go up to the tattoo artist and you hand it over and you're like, yo, I want all of this inside of this chest piece. And then the tattoo artist looks at you, then looks at all the reference photos, and then has a panic attack. No, but seriously, sometimes it can work, but when you start to add too many elements to a tattoo design, especially on the chest, it just starts to look cluttered. And like we mentioned earlier, a cluttered looking tattoo just never works and it never looks good. And we get tattoos for them to look good, so why would you go about doing it this way? Now, what I recommend doing is for you to go and get a bunch of different reference photos, different pictures, different elements that you wanted to incorporate in the chest piece and save them. Have them ready and then send them over to your tattoo artist, whether it's through email, Instagram, or whatever. Or better yet, set up a tattoo consultation with them and bring all of those reference pictures and things in. Now, you won't be able to use all of those references, obviously, but as long as you have an experienced, qualified tattoo artist and you hand in all those things, they will be able to pick and choose what will make the best design. And they also will tell you why all of these things won't be able to be added in. And you kind of will get a better idea and be like, you know what? I don't want all that in there. I was mistaken. Sometimes as a client, people forget that these tattoo artists make designs for a living and they do this on a daily basis. So just trust your artist. They're going to come up with a quality tattoo design for you. The smack dab right on your chest. Let them cook, all right? Let them cook. So tip number 4 is a huge one, and this is something that I struggled with before, and that is when you're coming up with a chest design, a chest piece, for example, you want to make sure that you're picking designs that fit with your body shape. Everyone's body type is different. You, for example, might have a jacked chest, or others might have a little bit of a flatter chicken chest, which is fine. That's totally fine. But when searching for those reference pictures, you want to make sure that they are going to fit well with the part of the body that you plan on getting tattooed. In this case, the chest. Like for example, when we were mapping out my whole chest piece, I must have went through like 10 or 20 different reference pictures, and it wasn't until Matt and I started putting the stencils on, we realized that a lot of the designs, most of all the designs, just didn't fit well with my chest the way it laid out. I didn't realize it at first, but I trusted my tattoo artist, I trusted Matt's word, and it ended up with a better chest piece overall. Now, I will say, don't fight with your tattoo artist. If you have a design that they know isn't going to work well, but you're still getting on them about it, they know best. This is what they do for a living. Just trust your tattoo artist and you'll end up having a better chest piece in the long run. Listen, chest tattoos are awesome. I love having mine, and if you follow these steps, you're gonna end up having an awesome chest tattoo as well. Now, I will say I vlogged each one of my tattoo sessions and pretty much the whole process of when I got my chest done. And I want you to go check out this playlist right here. It has all the videos in there, and I think you'll get inspired to go get a chest piece. Subscribe if you haven't, and thank you so much for watching.